Hello, or good evening now. Welcome to SNL Season 5, Round 9. I hope everyone can hear me okay. If you're online and watching, please say hello in the chat. Because I'm always nervous that the audio screws up on this thing. So here we are at Road Atlanta, which is, I think, one of the best tracks in the game. In the county of Georgia, in the United States. Scene of many a race. Probably its most famous one is Petit Le Mans. It's a cracking track. Evening Pat says, audio's good, radio check okay, good, thank you. I will have to go on mute just for a little while because it's my oldest son's Joshua's 12th birthday today, and I want to say good night to him. So there will be a bit of a quiet space whilst I do that. But right, so we're just waiting for the grid to start, the qualifying to start. Let's have a watch, see what's going on. Straight on board with bunnies. Something like that, because it's quite noisy. Get rid of that. So what I'm going to do is very quickly going to come out and turn the cars down a bit because I can't hear myself. Right, I hope you can still hear me, Pat. Let me know if that's all coming through clear. I've just turned the cars down a bit. Right, yep, so round 9, and the championship is getting hotter than a Mediterranean beach. Let's have a look and see what's going on in the championship. So, remember, Cool Dubois wasn't, thanks Pat, Cool Dubois wasn't in the last race, so he's got a drop score. Or we'll have a drop score for that. He's currently dropping a 0 and a 6-pointer, which is, as it happens, the same as Bunnies, who's also missed a round and got a 6-pointer. So at the moment we've got Cool Dubois is leading the championship at 156 points. Bunnies is second on 144, so only 12 points between them. They've both got the same drop scores. So with 2 rounds to go, it's all to play for. Bunnies can still catch Cool Dubois to go over the points. So a win is 30 points, a second is 25, and a third is 21. So Bunnies can still do this. Fastest lap gets a point as well. So there's 31 points. So it's basically a 6-point margin if you get a win and the fastest lap. And there's 12 points between them. So if Bunnies wins both races, by my calc, he will get the championship on countback of wins because he'll have 5 versus Cool Dubois 3. So it's all to play for. So 1 and 2 still up for grabs, and third is Spunk Mile on 136. So I think he can realistically probably maybe still get second, but I don't think he can catch Cool Dubois. But who knows? He's only 20 points behind. He takes a retirement from Cool Dubois, having a virtual mechanical, if you like, so something going wrong with his connection. And he will be getting 0 points, and he's got 6 points to drop, so lots to play for, yeah. So Spudway is third in the Toyota, and fourth is Cthulhu in the Aston, 113, so a little bit off the top 3 now. Fifth is Wolfbane in the Brawn, 102, sixth the Lexus on 100, so 4th to 6th is still a battle. Again, Tulu in 7th on 93, Jam in 84, Stray Dog 9th, who's missed a couple of rounds now, 73, JJ Trim, Digi, Babeoso, TB4, Gazman, Illusion, Aloe, Pat, Tiny Terra, Carl Trimman, MX Raptor. So they're more the reserve drivers. So that's the status in the drivers. In the constructors, it's also still up for grabs. Toyota, led by Spuntmeyer, they're on 229. Lotus are only 19 points behind them on 210, led by Tiny Terror, with Aston Martin third on 195. So it's pretty tight in the constructors. And given that obviously you can get quite a few points from the constructors, given it's trying to work out how the points have worked out. Yeah, so obviously if you get 1, 2, that's lots of points. That's 55, 56 points potentially. So still to play for there. Then Jordan's fourth, run by Endurance Nut, 168. Brawn, run by Wolfbane, is 147. Ferrari, run by Gazman, 128. And Arrows, run by Pat, 103. So yeah, still a lot to play for. Right, let's have a look at tyres then, shall we? So, tight and twisty lap, you can see that Bunny's is currently quickest on a 102.709. So it's going to be a lot of laps, probably high 50s. There's going to be a lot of carnage with traffic. And with one shot qualifying, if you make a mistake, there is not very many places you can make it back for such a short lap. So it's going to be absolutely carnage, I think, in qualifying. And if we look at the tyres, so Pat is going out first in his Arrows. He's on soft, so is the Lowy and the Jordan on soft. So they go in reverse championship order. Gazman in the Ferraris on mediums. Then FRL TB4 is back in the Brawn. He's on softs. Babayoso, who had a cracking race last time out of Alsace, then had a retirement. He's on the soft. So 4 of the top 5 are on softs. And Stray Dogs on these hards. So you remember that they have a set number of tyres they can choose to qualify on during the whole 10 rounds. And Stray Dog has opted to use the hards for his qualifying run here, which is quite interesting. Then Jam and Tulu both on softs. Lexus on mediums, Wolfbane's on soft, Cthulhu medium, then Spunkmeyer, Bunnies and Cool Boy on soft. I thought Spunkmeyer said he wasn't racing tonight, but obviously he is. So, it's all ready to go. Qualifying will be in 4 minutes time. And then tyre-wise, this circuit is quite hard on tyres from memory. I'm not sure what it's like in the Super Formulas. So if we look at tyres, the majority of the field are using at least 2 sets of softs, apart from the Aston boys. So Alexis has got medium hard. This is going to be quite a tricky race for him, so he'll probably just do double mediums. I'm not sure softs will last 2 stints. We've seen a lot of races so far that people have been double stinting the first set of softs. So only using 1 or 2. Oh, Jam's come out. I don't know what that is. Or have I been booted out? Have I been booted out? I think I've been booted out. If I'm still on chat, is everything else alright? Or is that just me? No, looks like the lobby has shut. Let me check Discord, see if there's anything going on there. Yep, now everyone's been kicked. Lobby reloaded. There it is. Back we go in. So yeah, a lot to play for tonight. Hopefully the lobby stays stable. So yeah, we were talking about tyres. So yeah, most people are on at least 2 sets of softs, and we'll see if that actually means they can go the whole race on softs, or whether actually a lot of drivers will have to use medium. So Jam, Aloe, Cool Boy, Stray Dog and Bunnies are all got softs. They're on 3 sets of softs, so they won't care whether the tyres can last or not, because they've got 3 sets to choose from. Wolfbane, TB4, Babayoso and Pat have got mediums to go with their 2 sets. Cthulhu's got 2 sets of mediums, so he'll probably use at least 1 of those. Gazman's got 1, as has Cthulhu and Spunkmeyer. So again, they might get away with just using soft. So we will see. Pat saying resetting Cthulhu can get in. Thank you. Let's see if he can get in. Right, so we're just waiting for a reset. I will just go on mute just for 2 seconds. Right, who's excited? Has everyone calmed down after watching the tennis? It's a pretty epic final if you didn't catch it. Cthulhu saying he's 2 minutes. Right, what else can we talk about? So, Road Atlanta, if you're not familiar with Road Atlanta, it's got a very tricky first sector, which I think is one of the best sectors in the world. I think with these it'll be pretty much flat. We'll see. T1, I think when I drove the LMP1s around there, T1 was flat, and I think that all the S's were pretty much flat apart from the exit. So yeah, we'll see what that's like on board when we do the qualifying. So you got a tricky little first sector, as you can see. Let's go on board. Let's go on board with someone, shall we? Let's go on board with who's out there at the moment. Alright, TB4. So it's just gone through the first sector. It's coming into turn 6 now, which is a tricky right-hander. They're really tricky, tight right-hander. Always seems to come up at you quicker than you expect. Now long back straight into a downhill braking for the chicane at the end, which is effectively the last couple of corners. There's a couple of kinks coming up after it, but they should be flat in these. So brake at what, the 50 metre probably, take a little bit of curve, maybe not too much, then up over the top of the hill, over probably the worst pit lane entrance ever created, flat out right hand kink, and then we head into a turn 1, which might be flat. Let's have a listen. Yeah, it is, little scrubbing of speed, and turn 3 with tricky blind, and then I think it's probably going to be flat all the way down the hill through what they call the S's. A little left, and then, oh, we don't go out too wide there. So we come out top of T5 and then into T6 again. So you can see that is a lap, and it's over in a minute. So it's pretty rapid stuff here. So just waiting for qualifying to start. Cool D-Boy is doing a few donuts, as is Pat, as is Bunnies. Let's sit with the more sensible jam, shall we? Right, so waiting for qualifying to get going. Lexus seems to have forgotten his car. What else can we say? But yeah, so Road Atlanta, I say it's famous for Petit Le Mans, which is I think a 12-hour race. Effectively, it's a 12-hour version of Le Mans, hence why it's called Petit Le Mans. But so all the Le Mans cars blast around here, along with the group, the GT3s and the LMP2s, and you can imagine just how chaotic that is. And that's usually, I think, I'm trying to work out where that is. It's usually in late September, I think. I could be wrong. Right, so let's get going. Let's see what the drivers have got. So this is a tricky track, very easy to make a mistake. Particularly T3, that we saw it, the blind T3. It's turn 1 and 2 are flat, and then you got a tricky blind for T3. Then we've got tricky 6 and T7, and then chicane. So lots of areas you can go off. Right, let's just waiting for the guys to get ready. Right, I think Alexis might be having problems, it seems. Yeah, no, Lexus, looks like Lexus can't get in. We do have this sometimes. I think it's only 12 o'clock. Right, everyone is coming out, I think. Everyone is still doing donuts. Let's go back to watch Jan. He's just sitting there patiently in the pits trying to sort things out. Yeah, it looks like Alexis is having problems with his entry. What else can we talk about? So let's have a look at what else we can say about Petit Le Mans and Road Atlanta. So this is Road Atlanta. I think it's the first time it's been in the game. I could also be wrong there, but I think it's the first time this has been in Gran Turismo. Wikipedia should tell me. It's a short little track, as we say. It's only 2.5 miles long. And to give you a sense of how quick these cars are, their lap record apparently is a 1 minute 07.056, set by Christian Klein in 2008 in a LMP1 Peugeot 908. A bit surprised by that. No one's beaten that since, but that's what Wikipedia says. So these cars are going to be doing it in around 1 minute, so they're a fair bit quicker than the lap record. What else have we got on the tyre situation? We covered that, covered the standings. Blue flags, that's going to be something to watch out for. It looks like Alexis, unfortunately, his connection is stopping us from starting the game. That's something that does happen. Just heightens the anticipation. Did anyone else watch the tennis? It's an amazing game. Right, what else can we look at? We can look at some of the tyres that have been bought by the various teams. So something we probably haven't touched on much in commentary. And it looks like, are we going? I think we are. Are we rolling? Is that the teams get tokens for where they, where the manufacturer is in the championship, and so if you're further down, you get more tokens to spend on basically trading tyres. You can spend your tokens to replace some tyres. So for instance, if you've got hards, you can spend some tokens to get softs. And quite a few teams have taken the opportunity for the last couple of rounds to buy lots of softs. And that's why we're seeing quite a few softs in qualifying. Like Pat, for instance. Right, so Pat is out. Let's get some track action underway. Trying to get some heat into his tyres. He goes through turn 6 and into the very tricky turn 7, which is going to be action packed for the first couple of laps, that's for sure. Right, heading down the back straight, still weaving around, trying to get some energy into those tyres. Good evening to everyone in the chat. Come and say hello. Right, so into the chicane. Try and get a decent run as you come out. Probably not touch the curves too much, that look quite nice. So into the first flying lap we go, and we're going to go on board straight away with Pat. So through the last corner, which in these is just a flat out kink. T1 should be flat. Let's see. Oh, a little bit of a confidence lift. Then we go over the brow in this completely blind turn 3, which is tricky. Then it'll be flat now, I think, all the way. Oh no, Pat's got on the got it on the tyres, tyres on these, definitely on the tyres at the moment. Go on the curb, and that just spat him off. So unfortunately that's Pat's lap ruined, and he's got a bit of front end damage as well. I wonder if the replay will work. No. Oh, let's have a look, see if that worked. No, it didn't. Right, we're not going to dwell on Pat's pain. So that will probably condemn Pat down towards the rear of the grid. But that's not to say no one else will do that. Let's have a look at Lowy. So Lowy's on his out lap, alright, so he's got a way to go yet. It's a bit of a gap between the drivers there. So Pat is coming down to the chicane to finish his last lap. His flying lap. Let's see if he can spot the chicane. A bit wide going into probably still a bit of rubbish on his tyres from that shunt. So he's going to cross the line. I'm expecting pole to be a very low 1 minute. He does a 1 minute 19.9. A bit unlucky there. These cars are sketchy over curves. We've seen that before. So Lowy's coming in. Always plugs away. Just the Lowy. Definitely gets the 10 out of 10 for perseverance. So into his flying lap we go. Let's try and get on board with Lowy. See if he can keep it flat through T1. He's on the overtake buttons. We can see bottom right. And there he is. 175 mile an hour. Get the braking right for this very tricky over the curbs. That looked nice. keep off that left curve, but killed Pat. Flat through the kinks, the S's. Downshift to 5th. Stay off that curve, look nice and neat and tidy. Downshift, interesting there on the overtake. Into turn 6 we go. Nicely done. There's tricky turn 7, which they always seem to come at you quicker than you think. That was nice. Look at a nice tidy lap so far for Laurie. Then we go to the rollover halo cam. It's always a good view this is. So down the hill we come. Obviously he's well up on Pat's time. Spot a braking point for the chicane. Very late. Nice late. God, that was really, this is a nice lap from Aloe. This is where the view gets a bit weird, but that's a good lap. So 103.348. So Aloe goes fastest so far. Who we got next? So here comes Gazman in the Ferrari. One of the super subs driving his team's car. Pat's saying that the only positive is I'll be well out of the way on the opening lap. To be honest, Pat, that is probably not a bad place to be. I think this is a track where pit lane start is probably not a good thing. I think the first sector is going to be messy. Right, here goes Gazman. Into T1. Let's see if he can keep it flat. Oh, bit of a lift, went a little bit wide, they got the marbles. Into the tricky turn 3. Obviously still pushing a little bit, but flat through the S's we go. So the bizarre thing about this track is you got turns 2, 3 and 4, and then it's called the S's, and then turn 5, which is gone through. So in reality, there's 1, 2, 3 corners that actually don't have names, they're just called the S's. So there you are. Right, into T7 we go. Very easy to run out wide there. Don't think he's getting purple, so he's not as quick as Aloe. Let's see if another checkpoint as we come down the hill into the chicane. Here he comes. Where we're gonna get a split. No, we're not, which means Aloe is still up, but Gazman is on the mediums, so that would explain why he's not as quick. But why is Gazman? But Gazman should be on. Hang on. What's Gazman on? Oh, this is the wrong one there. Yeah, Gazman's on medium. That's right. So I got confused there. Right. So he slots into second, 2.6 seconds off. But I would have thought that's bigger than the softer medium gap. So that shows us a pretty good lap by Aloe there. Be pleased with that. Right. TB4 in the brawn. First brawn out. Let's see what TB4 can do. Into T1. He's already used a fair bit of his overtake. That was quick through there, but I think it's not as quick. Aloe 175 through there, so through a turn 3 and then flat down through the S's. Because these are definitely corners, as you can see. That's definitely a corner. Anyway, through turn 5, took a nice chunk of curb, but he's not purple. He's on softs as well, so he's not beating Aloe. Turn 6 we go, and get on the brakes hard for turn 7. Trying to run too wide. TB4's got his very nice Jensen Button helmet from, I think, 2009. Driving a Jensen Button liveried brawn, which is nice, so we do like it. But Boso's just behind, so let's see what he can do into the final sector, into the chicane. He's still not purple, so Aloe, I think, he's still going to have pole. Slightly annoying, it doesn't give you the times unless the driver is fastest, so he could be like 0.001 off. We won't know. So let's see what he does. He does a 104.311, so he slots in a second, just under a second off pole. Right. Baboso, American driver. Very quick last round in the arrows. Let's see if he can replicate that. And this outlap looks pretty swift as well. The outlap's going to be knocking on around a minute. Look at that. Minute 4, so that's a quick outlap, so this should be fast. Let's go on board into turn 1, but no, we've taken too much into the turn 1 and he's clouted the barrier pretty hard, and that front end's going to be looking a bit second hand. So there we go, it shows you how easy it is to go off on this track. So Pat, I think unfortunately the Arrows boys are going to be on the back row. But that's not to say no one else is going to do that. We can see he's still got muck and all sorts of rubbish on his tyres, which means he's really struggling to get any grip. Right, so let's see, can he rescue anything? Yeah, he's still struggling. Tyres have still got a lot of gravel and dirt and rubbish on them. So he's coming down the back straight into the final chicane. Let's see who's going out after him. So it should be Stray Dog. I don't think Stray Dog's racing tonight. So if that's Jam out, yeah, Jam's out. So Stray Dog's not around tonight either. So we got 12 drivers in tonight. Right, so over the line he comes, goes fourth, beats his teammate by just over at 0.9 of a second, but there'll be no. There won't. What's the word? Small consolidation for him. That's not the right word either. Slightly tired today. So Arrows boys both at the back. Let's see what small beer. It could be, that'll be small beer for him. Next beer. Let's see what Jam can do though. Into two, turn 3 we go. Looked a little speedy through there, ran wide but managed to hold it. As he drops down the hill into the S's, then the tricky uphill turn 5. That looked nice. Nice amount of curb. We're just into the first split though, so he's on soft and we didn't get a split, so when he's a lowie, he's still, I think, quickest so far. What can Jam do for the rest of the lap? And a little bit deep into turn 7, you see that's a tricky corner. It always comes up faster than you expect. You have to brake half a second before you think. Pat in the chat is saying it must be a fault with the team's cars, yeah. A bit too much understeer, obviously. Protect your tyres, maybe Pat, that's what you've done. Set up to protect the tyres and understeer a bit too much. Right, through the chicane Pat goes, look nice and neat and tidy. I don't think he's going to knock off a lowie though. Is it going to be a 104 maybe, or 105? 106, so that's a great lap from a lowie. So Jam slots into 4th, 2.7 off pole. Just narrowly missing 3rd as well, so his teammate on mediums just pipped him. Right, who's next out? Oh no, someone's gone out late. Very late. That should be Tulu. Tulu has missed his slot. Yep, Tulu missed his slot. He's going to be at the back. We did say that there's going to. Lexus isn't racing, so it's Wolfbane. Yeah, we did say that. There you go, Pat. So even though you're 15 seconds off pole, you're not going to be last, the 2 arrows. So Tulu has missed his slot. So we have the joys of following Wolfbane around the track. I know Wolfbane listens in, so hello Wolfbane. He's on softs. Hello, he's on pole so far with a 103.348. I think that's doable. Wolfbane, we're looking at this thinking he could go out and get pole, provisional pole. Tulu's saying it now, but I don't think he's going to be allowed to go out. He's missed his slot and therefore should start from the back. Alright, here comes Wolfbane then down the long back straight. Here we go through the last chicane. Whoa, a bit of a wiggle on. I hope that didn't compromise his exit too much. Well, the speed you can take down here is good. So into the first, his first and only flying lap we go. Through turn 1. Bit of confidence lift, but managed to get through okay. Into turn 3. Oh, a little bit wide. Just caught the curb going into it. And oh, big tank slap, but he managed to hold it. Very nicely held. I bet that woke him up. So into the exit of the S's turn 5. But we're not purple on the split. So again, Lowy is still provisional pole. Right. Into turn 7, he was getting a bit wild going into it, a little bit squirrely coming out, looking okay. He's aiming for a 103.348, and then we've got a 3.4 is what he's also trying to get on the front row. So anything under 104.3 will put him on front row. Can he get provisional pole though? I don't think so. It's going to be probably about 104, 105. Across the line he comes now. So he goes in a 3rd, but 2.1 down on the pole sitter. So although his lap is looking better and better. So Cthulhu should be out next in the Aston. There he is. So the sole Aston Martin. So this has got some pretty profound implications for the championship for constructors here. So Aston a third, they've only got one driver. Lotus a second, they've only got one driver. And Toyota have got two drivers, but one's going to be from the back. So interesting. Right, into T1 we go. Oh, big lift from Cthulhu. So you can tell there, although he was flat, so anyone can take that first corner flat, it's going to be gaining a lot of time. So down the hill we go. Up a hill we go. Into turn 5, that looked nice and neat and tidy. But we're not getting a split time, so we know he's not quickest. So who's due out after Cthulhu? It will be Spunkmeyer. Right, so Cthulhu, let's see what he does. He's on the main straight now. Just two corners ready to go. Spot his braking point for the chicane. Be lots of overtaking down here, particularly in the first few laps. Down he comes. 5 minutes left to qualifying to go, that's plenty. Looked like a good exit. But again, this is going to be a point 106. Yeah, so where's this? So he finishes, so he slots in third just in front of Wolfbane. So just over a fraction of a tenth in front of Wolfbane, but a second behind TB4 and 2 seconds by Lowy. So that was a mega lap by Lowy. Here comes Spunkmeyer, right. Third in the championship. Well, the key protagonists can still do it. Been having some real good rounds. Let's see what the Toyota driver can do here. Can he take it flat on the overtake button as we go into T1? Yeah, ooh, it was flat, then a little bit of a lift. Gets T3 right though, that was nice. On the power, we come down the hill, that looked good. Riding the curbs nicely, yeah, that looked nice and neat through there. No sector time though, so he's not quicker yet. He'll know on his readout in the car how he's doing. Obviously, unfortunately, we don't know. That was nice and neat though. Got the power down well as well, so that T7 there was great. So he'll carry that all the way down the straight. So let's go on board. Let's see what it looks like coming into this last chicane. On the overtake button all the way down, as you would expect. I can't even see that marker we're going so quick, but got Apex 1 right, got Apex 2 right on the overtake button as we come out. So this is looking quick. Let's see what he can do. He's got a 103.3 to aim for. He's not going to do it though. He does it, he goes into second, but he's still 7 tenths down. So a mega lap from Aloy. So we've just got Bunnies next to go. So 2 more. Bunnies and then Cool Dude Boy, both on softs. So can Bunnies, because Cool Dude Boy I'm sure has got a decent shot for pole. This could be a Jordan 1-2. Let's see how this goes. Right, so Bunnies second in the championship. He'll want to get a good qualifying in so he can get a good start to the race. He seems to like giving himself a challenge and being last at the start of the race and then having to come claw his way back through. So let's see what he does in qualifying. Into T1. Oh, that was quick. It was flat. I think it was maybe just a naggy little lift there, but it was very quick. Committed through turn 3 as well as we go down the hill. Bunny's has really found some pace now, the second half of this season. Visibly quick through there. Let's have a look. Are we going to get a split? No, we're not. I think Aloy was absolutely flat through T1. I think that's making a difference. So, T7 we go. Tight right-hander. Into third nice and early. Bunnies is actually unusual. He doesn't use traction control. So, let's see how we do. Here comes the second split at the end of the second sector. Are we going to get a sector time? No, we are not. Alright, so he'll know from his data. Oh, he ran a bit deep into first half of the chicane. That's called turn 10A, which is helpful. Then he got 10B. So, bizarre name. So he goes third. So, one of his title rivals misses out by just over a tenth into third. He slots just in front of TB4 by less than a tenth of a second. Right, Cool Do Boy. What can the Jordan driver do? He missed the last round. He's leading the championship. has yet to win a championship, I think, in SNL. He's been leading most of the way here. What can he do? His teammates on pole. That'll be the time he's aiming for. We know Cool Dude Boy is quick. He's very quick. Oh, that was a bit of a lift through there. It's a little bit wide going in. Could Aloe spring a huge surprise and stick his Jordan on pole? And look, he can't blame the tyres either, because a lot of people are on softs here tonight. So we haven't got a split time. It's getting exciting. In turn 6 we go. That looked nice. Get it stopped for turn 7. That looked nice as well. Nicely on the curve and on the power. So I think we're guaranteed a Jordan Jordan on pole. Which Jordan will it be? And can Cool Dude Boy get his Jordan on the front row? He's not getting a split. A split's coming up now. No, we haven't got a split there either. So could this be a Lowy on pole? Let's see as he comes down the last couple of kinks as they are in this car. Keep it really tight. He's going to get a 1:03.907. So a Lowy gets pole. Plucking away, he always does every round, and he stuck his Jordan on pole by half a second over his team leader. That is quite something. So there we have it. We do like qualifying, always throws up a shock. There we go. Right, so Aloe is on pole. Cool Dude Boy, his teammate in second. So, and third is Spunkmeyer, 7/10 off pole. And he's faced with a Jordan wall in front of him. So this is going to make the first couple of laps very exciting. I know Spunkmeyer is up for the challenge, I'm sure, but I'm sure he wasn't expecting that. And Bunnies as well. So Bunnies in fourth. 9/10 behind pole, so those Jordans have found some serious pace. These Mugen Hondas have obviously been upgraded. Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look what tyres Lowy Lowy's on all softs, as is called Dubai. Right, so interesting. Yep, here comes the congratulations. Quite rightly for Lowy, that was a storming lap. So DB4 doing a great job for the Brawn. He's in 5th. Cthulhu in the Soul Aston Martin, and lots of people quite rightly giving the Lowy some plaudits. That was a brilliant lap. Cthulhu in 6th, Wolfbane in 7th, Gazman in 8th, Jam in 9th, Barboso in 10th, Pat in 11th, and Tulu in 12th. So the Arrows 10th, 11th, but weren't last. So we look at the Lowy saying that was fun. I'm a beginner. Yes. Definitely not now, Lowy. Right, so Jam is going to restart the lobby. Hopefully he's taken note of the order. So apologies, it's going to be a bit of a late one tonight. So Alexis is going to come in, but he's going to come in at the back. Let's have a quick look at the order before it dies. So let's take a picture of that, Lowy. Get a picture of that. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of it. There we go. Lowy on pole. So Jordan's 1 and 2. Spunkmeyer in 3rd. Bunny's in 4th. So 2, 3, and 4 are 1, 3, and 2 in the championship. So it's all to play for. What an epic lap that was. We've seen some epic laps in this qualifying sessions. We've seen Cool Dude Boy stick a asking for a minute hold. We've seen Cool Dude Boy stick it on pole at the Nürburgring on mediums, and now we've seen a Lowy stick it on pole in the Jordan. Let's have a look at Lowy's scores. And Lowy is where are you in the championship? He's only done 4 rounds, but his highest finishing position, if I can find it, I think is 9th. So that just shows you how mega lap that was. Not finished higher than 9th in any of the races he's been in, and he puts the Jordan on pole. We like it, right? So we're just waiting for hopefully Alexis to join us. I could join the race if I wanted in the Corvette. I could be the pace car. What do you think of that, Jam? Can I be the pace car and just throw a safety car out there every now and then? Right, just waiting for this to get going. Just reading Discord. There's a lot of nice messages for a Lowy. Quite right too, and I think I'm going to add one myself because that was a mega lap. Alright, here we go. Right, let's hopefully get cracking. We have 14, I think. Here we got who's entered. So Alexis is coming. So we should have, I think, 13 drivers. Yep, it counts me as well. Right. So Lowy saying, repeat of Spa with safety car and rain. Well, I'll tell you what, Lowy, what we could do is we could have a 1 hour safety car if you want. So yeah, we can do that. I'll just take the Corvette out. You'll have to follow me for an hour. Right, let's get going. 48 laps around here though. It's going to be a pretty quick race. It should be just over 50 minutes. Should we see what's going on the track? Let's see what's going on the track. There's Cthulhu. There's that. Boom, ba dum, ba dum. There we go. Right. Let's get ready to rumble. Jordan 1-2. I don't think that's ever happened. Has Jordan ever had a 1-2 on the grid? Pat Stat, go on, tell me. Has Jordan ever have a 1-2? I don't think they ever did. Not on the grid. I see they've had at least one in the famous, I think it was 98 at Spa. Is that this Spa you want, though? Do you want the Max Verstappen one in 2021? I think it was. Well, they did, was it 2 laps? Or do you want the Damon Hill and Ralph Schumacher one from 98? Which kind of works, because I would say that in terms of the order that year, Ralph Schumacher was clear number 1, Damon Hill was number 2, and it's you reversed that one. Right, have we got everything on? I think we got everything on. Right, we're ready to go at 48 laps around Atlanta. Let's get on the pole, man. Jordan's looking resplendent at the front. We like to see that. Here we go. So 3 lights, 4 lights, as mine Brundle says, look but never stare. And away we go. Looks like Lowe was a little bit slow. Look at Spudmire, the cracker. He's trying to get alongside Cool Duboy already as they go into T1. We're going to try and make it 3 abreast. That never usually works in T1. So the 2 Jordans are fighting each other, but they got through very nicely. And Bunnies, it looks like he's got away okay in 4th, but he's got Wolfbane has had a good start, nipping at his toes. In 5th, TB4 is in 6th. Looks like everyone seems to have gone through. Two in 7th, Jam in 8th, Gasman in 9th, Pat in 10th, Barboa so 11th, Alexis 12th, and we've got a little bit of ructions there between Tulu and Alexis, but everyone seems to go away. Oh, there's a yellow. Why is there a yellow? Who's gone off? No one, I'm not sure there, but Gasman and Pat having a bit pass to the Stormer. Pass up to 8th. Oh, it gets a little bit wide coming out, so I think that's going to let Gasman get past him. It is. Here comes the Ferrari. Oh, he's trying to go one way or the other. Let's go on board with Gasman. I know we're missing some action at the front, but actually, let's go and watch a Lowy. A Lowy's leading. Let's watch a Lowy. That needs to be watched, doesn't it? Is he going to lead his first lap through? I think he is. There he is, on merit. Jordan's 1-2. A quick cut back to Pat and Gasman. Pat's shaking him off. So, over the line we go. A Lowy leading. It looks like Bunnies is up to 3rd. And Spunkmeyer's dropped down to 5th. So Spunkmeyer obviously had a little bit of an off. Looks like Bunnies is really throwing it around trying to get past Cool Duboy's gone wide, trying to push him in a mistake. These two, don't forget, are battling for the championship. And it's allowing a Lowy to get away nicely out in the front. 1.3 already. So we got Wolfbane up to 4th. Spunkmeyer's down to 5th, obviously had a little bit of an off. TB4 is in 6th, and he's just been passed over by Jam, and Jam's having a screamer of a start. Didn't have a great quali, but he's absolutely charging now. Bit of red mist in that red cockpit, I think. He's thinking, right, I'm going to pretty clean races, I'm going to go for this one. Right, Lowy, he's away. He's doing a nice job, and actually, Bunnies is now coming under attack from Wolfbane as we go into the chicane for the second time. Can Wolfbane throw one down the inside? He's going to have a look, but no, that's a bit too far away. Even for Wolfbane, who does like a Danny Ricksend. Spongmay's got a bit of a gap now. TB4's a bit on his own as well. We've got a yellow in front of us. Who's that for? Who's gone off? Someone's gone off. Oh, Gazman, no. Who's that for? Can't see. Oh, it's Bunnies! Bunnies! No! Bunnies has done it again. He wants to make this race as hard as possible. Has gone down on 11th. 13 seconds behind. He's just been passed by Wolfbane. Ah. Right. I don't think we're going to catch it. Can't replace. Oh, Wolfbane went off. Wolfbane's gone off. Where's Bunnies? It's already. So, Bunnies has got down. So, yeah, we've missed it. Oh, Cool Dude Boy's taking the lead from his teammate. Right, we're missing all the action now. So, Cool Dude Boy now leads. And Lowy's in second. Spongmay's back up to third. So, it's been a bit all over the place the first couple of laps. So, Cool Dude Boy is now taking the front. He's probably seen that he's got the ideal result in terms of Bunnies. Bunnies being now at the back. So he's just done the fastest lap of 1:04.3. So all change at the front, but still Jordan 1-2. Spongmay in third, then settling down into the race. TB4's up to 4th. Jam is now up to 5th, but Jam's gone off. That tricky first corner, unfortunately, he's claimed another victim already. So Jam is down to 9th. Guzman now, he's up to 5th. So it's all been crazy, and Pat's up to 6th. So the Arrows that were virtually last on the grid are now up to 6th and 7th. Alexis from last on the grid is up to 8th. Bunnies is now 9th. Wolfbane is down to 10th. Cthulhu's 11th. Jam's now dropped down to 12th. There's got Cthulhu all over the back of him as Jam tries to sort out getting the car back up and running, and it's got a bit of damage which is now clear. So Jam is now down to last, so they're cracking first couple of laps, and T1 claimed him. I noticed that Cool Dude Boy gets very tight on those last couple of corners, which I think is very wise because they're so quick and so much downforce that actually just going wide just adds more distance of road. So Cool Dude Boy is away. He's just done the fastest lap of the race at 1:03.5, which is almost as quick as pole, but he wants to watch it through there very wide. Easily gets called out. So Lowy just done 1:04.7, so he's 1.2 behind his teammate, which just shows how that was a super quick lap he did quite fine. But he's purple, he's up in the first sector, same sort of time. In fact, look, 10th with 100th between them, between second and third. What can Spunkmayer do? So Mother Sykes in the chat saying, come on Bunnies, he's giving himself some work to do. Let's see how he's doing. Gazman's in 5th. They're both, so we've got to look at this. Right, we've got a battle here, so we're on with Bunnies. Let's have a look. We've got an Aston to our left. The Aston's got the toe. I'm guessing the Aston's probably on the overtake here. So we've got Pat, Bunnies and Alexis. Alexis has just gone past Pat. Is Bunny's going to follow suit as we go? Oh, that was a bit late, but I think he gave Alexis a little bit of a nudge, but got away with it. So Pat is now right on the tail of, let's go from behind the Aston. You can see Bunnies and Pat are in a right scrap as they come into T1. Touchy Wheels is like Senna and Mansell all over again. And Bunnies has got him. Yeah, made his stick. There was a good run through there from Bunnies as well. So Bunnies has really caught up on the tail of the Aston. He's going to try and move down the inside of the S's. Surely not. Well, we want to be careful there. We've got Pat right behind us, and we're catching the Arrows in front of us. Oh no! Lexus is gone. We say this is a tricky track in these cars. These cars are sketchy as it is, but he's on the. When you hit the curbs, they're doubly sketchy. So Cool Dude Boy, not worried about cars being sketchy over the curbs through the chicane. Taking a lot of curb there. So he does take that tight. I think others would do well to watch Cool Dude Boy's laps. He's just done the fastest again. Just taken another 10th off his fastest lap. Already on to lap 7. 5 seconds now in front of his teammate. Jordan, where is Jordan in the championship? Jordan are 4th, so Endurance Nut will be loving this. Right, so Spummeyer is beginning to close him down a bit now, just his fastest, 104.4, 3 tenths quicker than the Lowy in front of him. Then we've got TB4's doing a good job in the Brawn, keeping it steady and safe in 4th. The Gazman also doing a good job in the 106s, but he hasn't thrown it off the road, so he's had a good start into 5th. I think we saw that in one of the previous races. Barboso, he's having a cracking race with Bunnies here. So Bunnies has cleared 1 arrows. He's going to try another go at it next. So we go into the chicane. Bunnies is right behind him. There he goes. Bunnies is on the overtake. We've gone past the arrows. There we go. See, the Lotus has gone past us. Is Barboso going to try and chuck one down the inside? We go into the chicane. No, he doesn't. So Bunnies is up to 6th now. 23 seconds off the lead, which I think is about what it was after he spun. So, but Bunnies is still doing 105s, whereas the leader is doing another 103, a 103.287 now. So he's just banged in, well, 4 103s on the bounce within 2-3 tenths of each other. So Cool Dude Boy is already in his rhythm. 8 seconds ahead of Spuntmeyer now, so Spuntmeyer has passed a Lowy. Can we see that happen? No, we didn't. So Spuntmeyer's now up to 2nd, although he had a slightly scruffy lap there. So Spuntmeyer's also done his quickest, he's into the 103s now. Does he take a similar tight line going over? No, he runs it wide. Probably no need to do that. So he's just done a 104.1, whilst the leader is done yet another fastest lap of 103.256. So Cool Dude Boy already 8.3 out in front. There's some of what's going on between Bunnies. So Bunnies is ahead of Barboso, and there's a bit of a scrap going on as we go into T1 now between the Brawn and the Ferrari. Oh no, Gazman's gone off. You see, so easily done on that first corner. So both Ferraris now gone off, and there's me putting the moppers on him, unfortunately, saying how well he's driven the first few laps. So already on to lap 9. How are the tyres doing? So I say in our race they double stinted these. Yeah, they might be able to. They might be able to do this on 2 sets of softs, so we'll see. So Bunnies is now up to 5th. He's 25 seconds behind his title rival though. I think this is going to be. He's got to win this one. So let's see what he can do against the Brawn as we come into the chicane. Let's go from the back of the Brawn. It looks like we've gone past already. Oh, gone around the outside. No, not quite. And the Brawn cuts back in front of him. So looked like Bunnies had got that one done, but he went quite deep, and TB4 stayed calm and just went past him on the flip side. So nice driving between these two. Let's see what can happen now as we go into T1 again. Don't push it too fast through there. Bunnies is nice and tight. Here we go through Team 3. Now down through the S's. Flat all the way through here. We'll do a tyre check. Oh, Bunnies is really pushing that Brawn, but that's asking for trouble. We watch from the back of the Brawn and still hasn't got any sponsors on its rear wing. Right, down the 3rd. And get the Brave. Bunny's going to make a move into there. No, that'll be Brave. He's right on his tail. We come out onto the back straight. Looks like the Lotus, he's just blasting past. I think he's on the overtake. So was TB4 actually. TB4 might have to go back here. He's on the overtake. Revving out in 5th. No, he's decided no, he's not going to fight that one. Let's fight another day and keep some overtake. Right, so Barboso up to 6th. Had a mistake in qualifying, but he's making up for it now. Doing a nice job up to 6th. Wolfbane has found his way up to 7th. Tuli is up to 8th. Alexis will try the drama at T1, but he's up to 9th. Gazman is in 10th, just in front of his teammate who's in 11th. Looks like he's had another drama as well on lap 9. Cthulhu had a huge drama as well. We saw that on lap 8, and then Pat is in 9th as well. So he sees a lot. Turn 1, probably particularly, is catching a lot of drivers out, and it's catching Cool Dubois out. Cool Dubois has dropped. He's just did a 1:12. He dropped 9 seconds. And Spudmeyer is all of a sudden thinking, this is interesting. Now that huge lead he had has now been wiped out. So the championship leader, just back in the 103s, was that a T1? I suspect it probably was. He's taking it flat, which doesn't leave much margin for error. You see there, he's already pulled out 4 turns, but he's also gone wide. This is going to allow Spudmeyer a chance, and Jordan's going to have a load of on his tyres. Cool Dubois is really trying to pull these gaps out. The Spudmeyer now keeping it steady. He's up to 2nd. He's a 10th up on his quickest. And he's got a chance here. You see Cool Dubois is still struggling because his tyres have got rubbish on them. These slicks take a while to get rid of the dirt. So that 10-second lead he had is now down to half a second. And although he's there as well, doing very nicely, doing the 104s. So top 3 covered by 3 seconds. Then a bit of a gap to Bunnies, but you see Bunnies is in the 104s, but he's only 17 seconds behind now. That just goes to show that that lead was about 23, 25 seconds, I think it went up to. And he takes a couple of mistakes through T1. You know, taking it flat. Oh, there you can see there. Try to take it flat again. The tyres are starting to go a little bit, and you're off into a wall. And it's 10-15 seconds if you hit that wall, and then you've got damage as well. So interesting times. Let's see if Cool Dubois, so he's dropping off as well, so he dropped 0.9 of a second. So I think the tyres are starting to go, and they've got to get him to lap sort of 25 if they want to double stint them. I know you to one, but Cool Dubois, Bunnies and Spudmeyer, well, Cool Dubois and Bunnies have both got 3 sets of softs, so they certainly will be changing tyres probably every stop. And here we got there, it says Bunnies, so that was obviously someone being lapped. Let's see anything else going on. It's a little spaced out at the moment. Alexis has got Gazman not far behind him. Gazman's just done his fastest lap, 105.0. Alexis is doing 105.6s, but he's already up on his PB as well. There's Jam just on into the 105s as well. Cthulhu in the 105s. Pat just done his 106. And Tulu's just had a long lap. And he's especially Tulu, I think, is pitted, so interesting. Right, so Cool Dubois is second in the lead. He's got a 3/4 of his overtake left. Spudmeyer's a little bit less overtake. If we look at the tyres, yeah, Cool Dubois' rears are definitely suffering more than his. Spudmeyer's got a reasonably well, so his left front and left rear look at reasonably similar tyre wear, whereas Cool Dubois is running out of his rears. So they could conceivably go. So Spudmeyer has got 2 sets of softs and a medium. So he might be looking at playing the long game here, taking it a little bit easy, and getting softs to do maybe. Yeah, I mean, he's got him to do 15 laps. They're halfway done, so he could probably get those to lap 30 and then go on to another set. So Spudmeyer, I think he's definitely going to be double stinting a set of softs, so he'll probably have 2 sets of softs. Cool Dubois might think, well, I've got the tyres, let's just do it and go for 3 sets of softs, which would be what I would do. Although he's doing a great job in the 104s. Where's the low he found this pace from? It's great to see. So how's Bunnies doing? Bunnies has just done the fastest lap of the race, 103.225, and then 104.6. It shows how hard it is to be consistent around this track. And I think it's mainly probably turn 1. If you can nail turn 1, probably carries so much speed through the S's. So he's trying to claw back that 17 seconds. Cool Dubois. Barbosa's doing a good job as well. He's in the 5 now, just done his PB of 105.8. Wolfbane though still catching him. Lexus is doing his PB as well, 105.2. Gazman's a 105.8, so Lexus has pulled a slight gap to him. Jam now doing 104.4s, so Jam's beginning to fly. Second off the lead, but he's beginning to fly in 9th. Then Cthulhu in 10th. Pat's in 11th, and TB4's had a problem as well. So TB4's obviously had a drive, but he's been in. Okay, so TB4 has been in. He's just had a stop. He's put on mediums, fresh set of mediums. And Tulu has also put a fresh set of softs on. And Cool Duboy now 1.9 ahead. He's got some traffic coming up in front of him. What's his fuel looking like? Right, Spuntway actually, so Cool Duboy has been looking very good on fuel, interestingly enough. It's not often we see that big a difference in fuel. So Spuntmeyer is going to be coming in maybe this lap. I don't think the pit lane limiter is on, but he kept inside the line, which is very good. I'm not sure the pit lane penalties are on. Right, so he is in lap. So he's done 17 laps on those tyres. It says he's changing tyres. And he has changed tyres. So I wonder if he's going to try and go to the end, maybe. So Bunnies is in as well. Let's see what Bunnies does. So Spuntway is out and he's got a full tank of fuel. So yeah, let's see what he does. He might try and double stint those, given that he's done 17 laps on them. And they still have some meat on. Plenty of meat. So Bunnies has done the same, but we know Bunnies has got 3 sets of softs, so that's not unexpected. And he's short filled as well, so whereas Spuntmeyer has filled at the brim, so he's come out just behind Wolfbane. So we've got Jordan 1-2, another Jordan 1-2. And Wolfbane now has got Spuntmeyer behind him, so Wolfbane is on fairly well used softs now. And we've got Spuntmeyer who's got a full tank of fuel, but very, very fresh softs. And I think he's going to get him. He might do a bit of overtake as we come down here. Let's go on board. Actually, let's go from the back of the unsponsored Brawn. Here's Spuntmeyer going to throw down the inside. Cool Duboy's in for his stop. Spuntmeyer's decided not to stay behind him, interestingly enough. So it's Cool Duboy just coming down the pit lane. He's filled his up as well, so Lowy is leading again. Doing very nicely, got a decent amount of fuel left. Tyres are starting to go. Lowy is also on the triple soft, so Cool D-Boy has come out 3.4 in front of Wolfbane, and he's got Spuntmeyer right behind him. So Jam's in the Ferrari. Jam also having triple soft, so he would no doubt probably use them all because it doesn't cost you much time to change your tyres. So Cool D-Boy has come out and Wolfbane has got Spuntmeyer still right behind him. So when is Spuntmeyer going to pull the pin? Let's have a look, see what Bunnies is doing. Very quickly, he's 44 seconds off the lead, right. Is Spuntmeyer going to try and move into the chicane? He's got the Brawn who's probably going to be in this lap with his fuel. In fact, I would hazard a guess he would definitely be in this lap. What has Wolfbane got for tyres? He's always at the top, right? So he's got double soft medium. So let's see what he does. Lexus isn't stopping yet, and his fuel is about to run out, so he'll be in this lap. Where's Wolfbane going to come though? He's still in the pits. Bunnies is chasing Gazman there now, so Gazman's in 5th. Still got a bit of fuel left, so the Ferrari boys have been doing well on their fuel. And he's not far behind Alexis. Alexis is the age in mediums. Alexis, what's Alexis got? Alexis got 2 sets of medium and hard, so he will be staying on these tyres, I imagine. So our leader is in. His teammate will take over. Lowy, as we said, he's on triple soft, so he will fill it right up. But would he go for a bit of a shorter one? No, he's gone full. Now he comes, so his teammate is just coming round the last turn. Well, so a bit, unfortunately, this is a bit deceptive, this pit lane. You think, this is great, I might have the lead back here. And then you're still trundling down the pits whilst your teammate comes out. So Spuntmeyer looks like so Spuntmeyer is still in 2nd. Lowy has come out just behind him in 3rd. Where's Bunnies? So Bunnies just going into T1. So Bunnies is now 14 seconds off the lead. That was 17. So Oh, yes, he didn't miss that apex. So he was 17, well, he was 25 at one point, but he's now 15 seconds behind the leader. So that gap's come down. We're not even halfway through the race yet. So Cool Boy takes the lead, 3.6 in front of one of his chief rivals, Spotfire. Cool Boy has got 7/8 of a tank, whereas Spotfire's got a little bit less. So Spotfire will go a bit shorter. That'll be interesting to see what he does, but he might be relying on the lighter fuel, meaning his tyres don't wear out quite so quick. So Dark's inside the arrows, very nicely done. That was probably Pat. Yes, it was. Well done, Pat. Nicely done. So right, let's have a check of the standings. Shall we? So Cool Boy is 4 seconds in front of Spotfire. As we said, named after the pilot in Aliens who gets gunked. Let's see how he does. Can he rewrite the Aliens history and actually not get eaten by an alien? Chloe is third, having a mega race. Looking very comfortable in third at the moment. He's just had his first pit stop, put a fresh set of softs on. But he's got the marauding bunnies chasing him down. That gap was 5 seconds, it's now 4.6, so Bunnies is on a 4.4, Bunnies is on the charge again. So every race. Thinks, it's too easy to lead from pole. I'm going to go to the back of the field and try and charge back up. In the Team Lotus. Let's see what he can do. Barboso having a good race for Arrows, so he had a pretty shocking qualifying, but he's doing nicely now, he's up to 5th. But he's got Wolfbane, so what we've got, so tyres wise, Barboso is on mediums, and it looks like Wolfbane on these mediums, but they're fresher. He's on the overtake button, and there he goes. I think he's got past the Arrows as they come in the chicane. Yeah, he's done it nice and easy, nice and early. Look, a bit of lag in there, look like he's giving a bit of a love tap going in the chicane, but nicely done by Wolfbane. So Wolf is on his medium, so I suspect he can get these out of the way and come back in, because he's only got just over half a tank. It's now 106. Slings it in. Nice, quick through turn 1 there on mediums. That was nice. So TB4 up to 7th now. He's been up and down. So his quickest lap at 105.653 on mediums as well. That's interesting. And he's got Gazman for company. He's done a 104.6. So Gazman on softs. Second a lap faster. Keep an eye on that one. Cthulhu has got his teammate for company, so Cthulhu and Alexis is trying to go around the outside of and does so. So Alexis is on the mediums. Cthulhu's, it looks like the Astons, and was that Jam got a bit involved there as well? Astons getting involved, we got a right old Megas going on. Tulu's trying to get in the case as well, so Tulu's going to try and get past the Ferrari, whilst we've got the two Astons squabbling over their position as well. So give themselves a bump draft. There we go, and we've got Jam, who's got the Toyota going past him as well. So what's going on with the two Astons? They're swapping positions. Alexis is now in 10th, and Cthulhu. So Alexis has got fresh. Cthulhu's got fairly worn mediums. So Alexis has got new ones, and Cthulhu's I think just gone past him. And you've got now in Tulu looking all over the back of the Aston Martin. We're going to turn 1. Scary stuff as we go on board. Up the hill. Jam's right behind us as well. Watch him brief. See what goes on here. It's very easy to miss that. What's Jam doing? He's right behind us. As we go down the hill through the S's, let's go from the back of the Aston Martin. See just how quickly these guys are going as they go through there. Jam was wide, but I think he's got a nice run on the back of. Let's go on board with Jam. Got a nice run on the Toyota, and then look at these. So we've got 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all right in the same shot. So Alexis is now under pressure from Intulu. What can Intulu do? We go on board with Intulu. He's getting a nice tow from the Aston. Aston's weaving a little bit. Oh, it looks like there's a little bit of grass involved there as they come into the chicane. Let's have a look as they go into the chicane. Nice move by Intulu. Doesn't get it stopped. Yes, he does. Very nice. So he's on softs, mine. Now a little bit worn, but he's on softs. He's now going after Cthulhu, and he does him easy. I think that's just traction out of chicane. So Intulu is up to 9th and flying. We've got a yellow flag. Why have we got a yellow flag? That's a brief one. Oh, we've missed. So, Lowy. I think there must have been a Lowy. It's a bit early, but Lowy's dropped a lot of time. Bunnies is now up to third. Lowy's dropped a lot of time. So he's had a couple of bad laps here. He's had a 114 and 111, so a couple of mistakes, unfortunately. So Bunnies is now up to third. And Bunnies has now got that lead down to less than 14 seconds. So Cool Duboy is still doing 103. Ooh, is that going wide? Oh, we got Bowie, Gazman and TB4. Gazman's all over the back of the Brawn. So we said we were going to keep an eye on it, and they've come together now. So the Brawn's on the mediums. The Ferrari's on the... Oh, but Gazman's gone wide, come out of the chicane. So it's giving the Brawn a bit of breathing space. What's going on here? So Cthulhu's got past Cthulhu. So these guys are in a cracking battle. It's all action again. So Cthulhu is now up, he's 8th, Cthulhu 9th, Jam in 10th, Alexis is down to 11th. So let's keep an eye on then what's going on with Cthulhu. Not far behind Gasman either, who's just recovering from his little shenanigans. Oh, that's another yellow. What was that for? Oh, Alexis is gone. Alexis has gone off. Manages to hold it, and it does a bunny hop. Oh, that would have hurt. That was for real. Right, what we've got is Wolfbane has come out of the pits with his mediums, but he's obviously gone off because he's got damage to his rear wing. So he's been passed now by, I guess, the leader. That's probably Cool Duboy. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, thank you. Just make sure you guys. But Cool Duboy is now coming into this gaggle of cars. So he's got to fight his way through this gaggle. This is now 7th place. It's Cthulhu, 8th is Cthulhu, 9th is Jam now, recovering. 10th is Wolfbane, so Wolfbane I think obviously dropped position there. Lexus, so we've got quite a big gaggle of cars here. And now we're on Jam, trying to chase down Cthulhu. So it just shows, it's a bit like the Nürburgring this track, that 15 seconds is not a lead, because you can easily lose that in one little off at turn 1. Alright, so Jam is chasing down the Toyota. He's got Cool Duboy behind him trying to lap him. Cool Duboy goes a bit wide. Oh, that's going to give... It leads up to 5 seconds now. And then we've got Bunnies. Bunnies is now put in a 102.784. He's now the fastest man on the track, just here 103.4. So you can see how the lap time to change him. But Cool Duboy's just done 2.104. So on lap 25, Bunnies was... Oh, that's the battle going on there. What we're missing there? Who's that? Jam making a move on the Toyota. Is he going to get stopped down the inside? Yes, he does. Nice moves. Jam's up to 8th. Trying to chase down Cthulhu down the Aston. They've both got the race leader right behind him, but Cthulhu's having a look into turn 1. This is going to be sketchy. They're alongside each other. Jam tries to make the move around the outside. Does it very nice. I think Cthulhu thought better of that. But he's got Cool Duboy, who he now lets through. The Cool Duboy, how's he doing? He's trying to get his way through the back markers. Lead is 4.7, and that means Bunnies is now down to 10.7. So Bunnies is coming back at them quickly. Now I think a lot of these guys are on chat together. Now I wonder if they'll be chatting, and wonder if Bunnies will be saying to Cool Duboy, I'm coming, I'm chasing you down, I'm 10 seconds behind. So let's go have a look. So we've got a lot of battles going in the midfield. So Gazman's now trying to recatch up the Brawn. Cthulhu's now got Jam right behind him. So Jam's trying to gain back some of his places. He's going to make a move into the chicane. No, Aston just moves a little just to say, no, you're not coming through this lap. And all the time they've got Cool Duboy following them and trying to get a lap on them. And there he goes. So Cool Duboy, Jam lets him through. Now will Jam follow the leader through and try and pick his moment? You see the gap's gone out actually, so Jam lost a lot of time there letting the leader through, and he's got Cthulhu coming back at him now. The Jam's on fresher tyres than Cthulhu, so they've got Wolfbane as well, so got a great battle going on for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and then Lex is a little bit off, he's not that far behind. Right, let's have a look. So that gap is down to 4.1 seconds with the traffic. We've got Jam, he's right behind the Aston Martin. He has used the Jordan coming past to lap themselves. Looks like the Aston's on the overtake, and so is Jam. Is he going to make a move as we go into the chicane? Wherever now, you see they're actually catching the Jordan back up because they're both on the overtake button. Wow, it was super late. I thought he might have done a little knock there. What we've got behind us? No, nothing. Tulu's a bit behind us. You can see the Aston's in. Okay, interesting. Oh, why is the Aston in? That's fuel, of course. Right, out of fuel. So he'll be doing one more stop. Let's have a look, see how Bunnies is doing. So Bunnies is there, back in the 104s now after his Blitzkrieg 1027. But Bunnies is what you notice, he always keeps his overtake. If we compare Bunnies' overtake, which is 3/4 full, to Cool Do Boys, and there was a yellow. Who's the yellow for? Who's the yellow for? Oh, who was that for? Don't know. Who have we lost? We lost someone as well. Right, so got 32 minutes already in. Lap 30, 18 to go. Is Jam going to make another move? Is he still battling? So he's got past. So Jam's up to 6th. Yeah, so we saw that. He's got past the Brawn. Did we see that? Or was that the Toyota? So yeah, I think that Jam's got past. Up to 6th now. He's got past the Brawn. It looks like Tulu is getting interested now in the back of that Brawn. Let's go from the back of the Brawn as we go through turn 1, what we now call scary turn 1. Got Spunkmeyer behind, so Spunkmeyer's got his teammate in front of him. He's battling for 7th place. Now, what these cars are very susceptible for getting hit by dirty air. And Tulu's going to try and make a move, but he's got to be careful because his teammate's behind him trying to lap him. His teammate is now going to be losing time. He's now 5 seconds behind. But we've got Tulu's now thinking, I want to get that Brawn. I've got that Brawn right in front of me. So Spunkmeyer's got a bit of a nightmare situation here. He's got 2 guys in front of him. May not be aware he's there. They get the blue flags. They may not be aware he's there. All the time he's losing time to the leader. So what's Spunkmeyer going to do? He's now 5.2 behind. Is he going to hope his teammate moves over now? And Bunnies is only 3 seconds behind us. And Bunnies is now 8.3 off the lead. I think it was a Jordan Brawn going in the pits. Yep, in goes Wolfbane in from 10th. Get rid of those mediums sharpish and go on to a fresh set of softs, I think would be his plan. The Cool Do Boy is now 5.9 up. He's used that traffic nicely. Spunkmeyer, has he got past his teammate? Yeah, I think he has. Yeah, so his teammate's now lost a lot of ground to, Tulu's now 2.7 behind TB4 in the Brawn, so yeah, that hasn't worked out very well for Tulu at all. I think maybe letting his teammate through has really dropped him back. Sound like Spunkmeyer's having a bit of a drama because he's 7 seconds behind. But Bunnies is now only 8.4 off the lead. He's trying to get past in Tulu. Good to see there's no team tactics there from Toyota. So Tulu lets the Bunnies through to continue his charge up to 2nd. So we'll state that Bunnies was 25 seconds off the lead at one point, and now he's 8.5. Then again, I think they've all had dramas. So, but this is interesting. So Cool Do Boy's tyres are looking okay, and he came in. Oh, he's just gone purple as well. So Cool Do Boy's decided, right, I'm going to start going now. His tyres are looking okay. His fuel's certainly looking okay. So he's going to come out with less fuel on fresh tyres. Bunnies is in. Spunkmeyer stayed out. Spunkmeyer's on softs. He's got 15 laps to go. Now, I think he stopped on about lap 17. So he might try and get those softs to the line, but if I was him, I would probably sling on a new set of mediums with loads of fuel. Probably would be better. Probably less chance of chucking it off. Alright, Lowy, how's the Lowy doing? So Lowy has just banged in a 103.079, which I think is faster than his teammate, given that Bunnies has got the fastest lap, 102.784. So Lowy is doing a mega job still in 3rd. Can he get that Jordan to the podium? He's got a lot of fuel. So he's going to be doing a splash and dash at the end. Now, unfortunately, this pit lane is the long pit lane. I think he's in the chat saying, "Oh, mi amigo, thingy mucho gusto." Hi, thingy, how you doing? Alright, 9 seconds we've got. I really lost out in that traffic, I think. And he's going to have to stop probably this lap, whereas Cool Dude Boy can go for probably another couple, yeah? Oh, we've got another yellow. Who's the yellow for? Who's the yellow for? Can't tell. Oh, Cool Boy does another lap. Spunkmeyer, I think, is going to be in this lap. Bunnies, what's Bunnies? So Bunnies gone on softs. He's just gone purple. So he's starting to fly, and he's got 2/3 of his overtake left. So basically, most of these laps now will be Banzai laps with lots and lots of overtake. Braun is in. I'm hoping that they might get some extra sponsors for their last race. Cold Wolfbane, pull your finger out. Get some Virgin on there or something. Right, 9 seconds lead. Cool Dude Boy leading the championship. Spunkmeyer in second. Will be in this lap. Lowy is in. Lowy is in. Okay, so Lowy has decided. Interesting enough, he put a bit more fuel in for the second stint, which always confuses me. I always try and run the cars as light as I can. He's saying good, bud. You sound great. Thank you, mate. Means a lot coming from you. Right, so what's he going to do? He's got 3/4 of a tank. He's got fresh softs on. Gazman's in the Ferrari. Alright, Cool Dude Boy is now in. Spunkmeyer will be in as well. Yeah, look at that. Virtually on fumes. What's Bunny's going to do? So Bunny's 40 seconds behind. He's had a few laps on his softs. There we go, but a splash and dash. So Bunny's had a longer stop because he would have quite a lot more fuel. Spunkmeyer's in, and Lowy also had probably a real quick stop. So let's see what happens here. Where's Bunnies? Bunnies is coming through the last chicane, and Cool Dude Boy is rolling, getting his paper out, having a read. He's going to be 10 seconds in front of Spunkmeyer by the looks of it. No, so this is shaking out. Let's see where it comes down. The clock is coming down. Bunnies has just gone quicker again. He's done a 1:02.5, and he's 6 seconds behind. 5.9 as it shakes out. 5.8. So those couple of extra laps, and you can see he's used a little row. Well, I think last time we looked, he had 3/4 of his overtake left. He's now got a third. So he's obviously done probably a whole lap on the overtake button to get a 1:02.5, which is quicker than pole. He's now only 4.4 behind. And let us remind ourselves, as we look at Spunkmeyer, who's third. Let's have a quick rundown before we remind ourselves. Lowe doing a great job in fourth. He's 2:24 off Spunkmeyer. He's 15 seconds ahead of Lexus, so 13 laps to go. Fingers crossed, that's looking decent. Lexus is up to fifth now. What's Lexus doing? So he's probably going to stop though. He won't be able to get that fuel to the end. Gazman is sixth, so he's got enough fuel. Oh, last time we looked at you, Gaz, you went off. I'm going to stop finding you through turn one. But he's fueled to the end with fresh softs, and so is his teammate. He's only 5 seconds behind him, so the Ferraris have had a bit of a traumatic up and down day, but they're beginning to find some pace now. Cthulhu is in 8th, only 2.8 behind Jam, so there's a fight there, both on the softs. And Cthulhu is 9 seconds behind Cthulhu, so I think he's going to do well to catch that up. He's on fresh softs. TB4 is on fresh softs. Wolfbane is on fresh softs, a little bit behind, and then Pat still doing a good job, plugging away in the 106s, 105, so some decent pace from the Arrows. So let's have a look at Cool Dude Boy, sending brake markers flying. His lead is down to 4.2. Bunnies is absolutely flying, did a 103.1. Cool Dude Boy a 104.3. I think that might have been a bit of lap traffic in there. So we've got 11 laps to go. Probably just about 11-12 minutes. And this is a fight. This is a straight fight. So I've reminded myself to remind you all that there is 12 points between these two drivers in the championship. And there is 6 points reversal if Bunnies can beat Cool Do Boy. So if Bunnies can overtake Cool Do Boy and keep the fastest lap, he will gain 6 points on Cool Do Boy and take that down to 6 points gap for the last race. And as we said at the start of the broadcast, on countback that would make it Bunnies. So Bunnies, to keep his championship realistically alive, he's got to pass Cool Do Boy. So he's just got to throw absolutely everything at it. Cool Do Boy has got a bit less overtakes. Let's see what Cool Do Boy does this lap. Does a 103.585. He's back in the 103s. Bunnies does a 103.287, so he's 3/10 faster. It's so easy to make a mistake through this corner, but this is great watching two very, very quick drivers now going absolutely toe-to-toe. Spunkmeyer, as we suspected, went for the medium, so he's probably just going to settle in now to his third place and probably effectively consolidate his third place in the championship. Although he's doing a great job in fourth, 16 seconds now up on Alexis, who's done a good job to come back. He was last on the grid because he missed qualifying. But he's about to stop, so we reckon, let's have a look, what are the stops roughly? Stops are roughly 30 seconds. So Alexis, 54, so 120. 124. So he's going to be in around in Tulu. He's going to come out around in Tulu, I think. So Gazman is doing a good job. He's got Jam. Oh, pretty look at that. So the Gazman's last lap was a 104.47. Jam's was a 105.2, but his previous one was pretty much the same. So he's done a 105.2. Cthulhu is now catching Jam quite quickly. So you see a 103.968, his PB. So he's starting to fly. So Jam's got to watch out for that Aston Martin behind him. He's coming out quickly. Let's have a quick look at the lead. It's down to 2.5. Bunnies is just... So what's that? That's come down a lot because the last lap they were 3/10 apart. So Cool Do Boy, he knows if he wins it, it's not the end of the world if he loses the race to Bunnies, because he'll still have approximately a 6 point gap. But he knows the Bunnies is coming out there. And Bunnies, again, we say, he was 11th, I think, at one point. And now he's up to second and 1.8 seconds behind the leader. So let's see what happens between these two. Team Lotus versus the Jordan. Alexis, as we said, was in, and he comes, out he goes, probably on his... So Gazman goes up to 5th. And we got Cthulhu, has got past Jam, it looks like. Let's have a quick look, see if I can find that one. That's probably unlikely, but let's have a look. Yep, you're already going. Right, so Cthulhu has got past Jam. Both on the same tyres though. Cthulhu's in fact slightly more gnarly. So Jam's got a chance here. He can come back at this. Lex is not far behind. And who's that? So yeah, look at that. We suspected Alexis would be around in Tulu, and he is. He's 4 seconds in front of him. Oh, Wolfbane's gone. Wolfbane's left. So again, no points for the Jordan driver. Sorry, the Braun driver. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, go Bunnies. It's close, 1.6. There's 7 laps to go. I'm doing a Murray. I'm standing up. The tension is palpable. Can Cool Do Boy hang on? He knows, I think if he does, he'll have a 17 point lead potentially in the championship, which I think will be a bit too difficult for Bunnies to overcome. So there's going to be a 11 to 12 point swing, and there's 1.5 seconds in it. So Bunnies did a 103.276. Again, it's about 3/10 between them. At lap 40, I think it was Cool Do Boy has some traffic. It gaps down to, he's almost in what would be Formula 1 DRS range. It's down to a second. And we've got 6 laps to go. Let's have a look. So Cool Do Boy's got just over an eighth of his overtake left. It's the same as Bunnies, so Bunnies hasn't got the advantage there. Tyre wise, Cool Do Boy's got the advantage. He's got a bit more fuel. I assume Cool Do Boy's had the hell of the fuel. This really is win or bust now. There's 0 point in finishing second. If he finishes second, he's got pretty much no chance. Now we're under a second. We're down to 0.7. They go through the first corner. They're both taking it flat, I think. Fuel's going down, so the cars are probably getting a bit more responsible. Cooldeeper's got a bit wide. Let's see if Bunnies can capitalise on that as we go through the S's. He might have a little bit dirt on his tyres. Let's have a look as we go through the tricky turn 5. He's right behind him, so we look at from behind the Benson Hedges rear wing. Bunnies is all over the back of us, so we've got 6 laps to go. What can Bunnies do? Let's go back on board with Bunnies. Let's go from the halo. It's so close, he's going to get a run. He's on the overtake, he's on the overtake. Here he comes Team Lotus. He's going to have a go, it's going car there, we can see there we go, the Lotus is alongside us. It's neck and neck as we come into the braking zone of the chicane. Who's going to blink first? It's first and second are battling, and Bunnies is going down the inside, but Cool Dude Boy, is he going to recover? He retaliate, he does, he's going to try and get to the inside, but no, Bunnies has got him. What a move. I'm going to try and replay that one, because that was awesome. Oh, this stupid bloody game. I hate you. Right, so what can Cool Dude Boy do? Can he get back to him? He's got fresher tyres. He's got better tyres, but Bunnies has got a little bit wide. Oh, covers it, but he's gone around the outside of him, so he's swapped again. Cool Dude Boy's back in the lead. So this is a championship battle, and the pair of them both know it. So can Bunnies come back? He's in the toe. Is he going to wait for the back straight again? Oh, Bunnies went a little bit wide there, but he's right with him. Get a car, get a bit of a love tap. Oh, I wonder if that was a little bit of braking on the apex there. Clever driving if he was. Bunnies is on the overtake. Cool Dude Boy isn't. Bunnies has now got a bit less overtake than Cool Dude Boy. Was that his chance? Yeah, he's saying, I feel your pain. Yeah, overtake crap. Let's go, says Tiny Terror. Cool Dude Boy, that hurt his nerves, got him back. And we are witnessing here a battle effectively for the championship. Well, not for the championship, to keep Bunnies in the championship. Can Cool Dude Boy hold his nerve? They're flat, but a little bit of a lift through turn 1. That might give Bunnies a run. If we come up through the S's, it's so tricky through here, and I bet these boys are sweating. Bunnies hasn't got he's got no overtake advantage now, and he hasn't got the tyre advantage as well. He's just going to try and stay behind him. Pressure Cool Dude Boy into a mistake. Right, let's quickly see what else it says. Spud Meyer's doing a nice job. He's easy 3rd. Lowy's nice easy 4th. Gazman's in 5th. He's been caught by his teammate by the looks for years. Keep an eye on that. Lexus has been caught by him in Tulu, who's got Cthulhu right behind him, closing him down. TB4 is doing a good job in 10th and Pat's in 11th, but we need to follow the leaders because here comes the Lotus again into the chicane. He's going to try and break around the outside. He's going to try and... Oh, Cool Dude Boy goes in a bit deeper. He covers it off nicely. This is epic. This is absolutely epic. Tony Terry saying, edge of my E stuff. Mum's saying it's great racing. Right, 3 laps to go. Cool Dude Boy's tyres are looking good. Bunnies are getting a little bit more worn. Oh, Bunnies just take a really tight line through there. I thought he was going to try and get undercut. Oh, Cool Dude Boy's see the car sliding. Let's watch this from Bunnies. We go up through the S's. Just keep it nice and tidy. Just keep in the toe and try and get... I think they're both going to leave their overtake for the last lap. Bunnies getting really close now though. Or he gets so close through there and he's just giving him a little tap. And Bunnies is close, so he's on the overtake, a little bit of a blast. Just trying to get alongside. Cool Dude Boy is holding the inside as we go down. We're alongside each other. Look at this, he's going to break lights just as we come into the chicane again. Bunny's going to try and get around the outside again. Cool Dude Boy gets really deep, but you can't switch back there, they touch. That's going to annoy Bunnies. He's lost half a second, just a little touch there. He's got regrouped. 2 laps to go. Cool Dude Boy, not much overtake. Bunnies, not much overtake, very similar. Fuel, Cool Dude Boy's got a little bit more, but not much. Bunnies has now lost a second, 1.1. He's got the pace, he's got the fastest lap, he's done a 1:02.5, but he's now just dropped out of tow range. Was that it? Was that little knock coming through the chicane? Is that just enough? But he's gaining. You can see he's clearly quicker. He's got more confidence. He's cutting that gap. But it's still a second. I think he might not be in tow range. Here we go. Coming into the last lap. Keep your overtake, hold it, don't use it. Whereas Cool Dude Boy's right, I'm going to keep my overtake for defending. It's down to 0.8 of a second into that. Oh, Cool Dude Boy has a huge chunk of curb, but he sacrifices a little bit of the entrance speed and takes it on the exit. So last lap, here we go. It's just done 1:03.2, so these guys are flying. Keeps it flat through there. That was nice. Bunnies was a bit quicker though. He's still gaining. Oh, he's got a little bit wide, but that was pretty neat. Bunnies is coming now. It's down to 0.7 of a second. Oh, what can Bunnies do? This is it. All or nothing now. It's the last throw of the dice. They're both going to have overtake. And Bunnies is flying. He's got purple. He's getting into the toe now. He's got half a second to make up as we go through turn 6. Get his stop for turn 7. He's coming at him. Look at this. He's down to 0.4. He's in the toe. What can he do? He's got both on the overtake now. They're both out of overtake. This is going to be down there now. He's got a huge run. He's got a huge run. He's on the grass. Was that a little bit? Cool Dude Boy sticking him on the grass. Not sure. It looks like Cool Dude Boy's going to get it. He has. Oh no! Cool Dude has gone off. He's gone off. Coming out last game. Bunnies takes it. Oh my god! I can't believe that. I thought Cool Dude Boy had it. Bunnies takes it on the line. Cool Dude Boy gets second. Oh, I've got no voice. Wow. Have we ever seen a race like that in SNL? Unbelievable. So Bunnies takes the win. Cool Dude Boy gets second. I wonder if there was a little bit of, I don't know, we'll have to see if there's any stewards about the back straight, but what an incredible race. So, Spotmire gets a great third, Gazman's finished fourth. Let's see what's Lowy doing. He's a little bit away. So Jam gets fifth, sixth. Oh, that's too far. Seventh Alexis, eighth of Into, ninth was Two. Sorry guys, missed a brilliant battle from you guys there, but I had to concentrate on the leaders. So let's have a look at Lowy. Lowy comes through. He takes a great fourth, mega fourth from him. Then we've got TB, Pat finishes 11th, well done Pat, he made it to the end. TB4 coming to finish 10th. Good grief, what a finish that was. Well done TB, I know that was probably a difficult race, but finished in 10th, got to the end. Not a great day for Braun, but he got to the end. Wow. Wow. Whew. That's almost as fun as driving it myself. Right, let's have a look at the race results. So, Bunnies gave himself a lot of work again, going but almost to the back of the field, but what a comeback. What a last 5 or 6 laps. Takes it literally on the line. So, Bunnies wins for Team Lotus. Got the fastest lap as well. So, assuming there's no stewards inquiries, that'll be a 6-point gain. Cool Dude Boy finishes second. Thought I had it and just pushed it a bit too hard out the chicane. His car's very easy to lose on that the exit of the chicane is bad as it is any car, particularly a Super Formula, so that's very easily done. So he gets second. Brilliant race with Bunnies. Brilliant race all the way through. And Spotmire finishes third. I think he'll be pleased with that considering he had mediums to run. Consolidates his third. And Lowy, what a great result for our Lowy. That's Jordan's pace came out of nowhere. In fact, he did a 1:03.079 as well, so he did the second fastest lap of the race, so a great result for a Lowy in fourth. Gazman finishes fifth in the Ferrari, just beating his teammate Jam in sixth. Good comeback from the Ferraris, given they had a pretty bad middle stint in the race. And Lexa seventh in the Aston, and just beating Tulu eighth, and I think they had a really good scrap. And ninth was Cthulhu, so Aston not having a great day today. Let me have a look, see where they are in the standings. So Toyota were leading. Toyota got... Where did Toyota go? Toyota got third and eighth. Lotus only had one driver, although he won. And then Aston Martin... What did Aston Martin do? 7th and 9th. So good. I think good day for Toyota. Aston, I think we've closed on Lotus maybe. Then TB, the SL Braun finishes 10th. Pat finishes 11th. Barboso and Wolfbane DNF. So let's have a quick catch up on the chat. During that saying, what a great scrap. Kudos to Bunny for the charge. Cool Dude Boy did a fantastic job. EJ's proud of Cool Dude Boy and Aloe. Yes, you should be. And then Mother started saying, super racing, well done guys, well done Matt, enjoy SNL. Right, that was fun. I've got no voice now, that was great. I hope everyone enjoyed watching that. Pat saying, what's that? Was an on race until 9 and 10, lap 9 and 10, went off in scenery, don't think it did much wrong. No, good race for me, Pat, well done. These cars are hard. Right, so there we have it. That is round 9, and so obviously pending stewards' inquiries, round 10 is going to be a humdinger, and round 10 is at Suzuka. So a great race to finish at. Could be rain, could be all sorts of Suzuka. So that was slightly late, but I think worth it. 2 epic sporting events today, tennis and the SNL. And probably other stuff as well. Right, try and catch your breath. Right, so we will see you for the last round. I think a title decider. Basically, winner takes all, pretty much. Although there's a slight caveat that if Cool Do Boy gets fastest lap, Bunnies has to win and get fastest lap. And Cool Do Boy, yeah, so if he wins and gets fastest lap, it's guaranteed. Other than that, there's some interesting permutations, but it's going to be a cracker. Right, so hopefully you all enjoyed that. We will see you again next time. So thanks for joining, and catch you later.